to Official She Talks. My name is Takayla Ariana, and today's topic of discussion will actually be leaving a bad situation. I feel like everyone can relate to leaving a bad situation, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, a friendship. I feel like everyone gets stuck when they have to leave or make that decision to leave a bad relationship or just an overall situation. It's never easy to get through. It's never easy to get through. It takes time. It will hurt. You will cry. You will feel emotionally drained. Um, I mean, there's two people in the world. There's, the type of person that will be like, oh, it's easy. You can get through it. Don't worry about it. He ain't shit, or she's not nothing. You're better off without that person. And then there's somebody that's going to keep it a buck with you, like, yo, it's gonna hurt. It takes time. You might want to go back. You might want to go back to that person because you're so comfortable and it's something that you're familiar with. But you have to leave that situation. Even if they're emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, it's definitely physically abusive. You need to really leave, because at the end of the day, if you're not getting the respect that you need, if you're not getting the emotion, that love that you are entitled to, if you're gonna say you love that person, you're entitled to feel love. But some people, they don't leave because of kids, or they don't want to get a divorce, or what would my family think, what would people think. It's all different type of reasons why people don't leave a toxic situation. But if you don't leave a bad relationship, you're gonna lose yourself in the process. You're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna end up being stressed out, and stress will kill you. It's very unhealthy. You're gonna, lose weight, gain weight, lose your hair, things like that. And it's actually really happening. And you don't really think all that stuff is going to happen until you actually go through it. Me and myself, I was in a toxic relationship, and unfortunately we had kids, and I had to leave that situation. And I feel like sometimes I was stuck on stupid, like, okay, well, we have a kid, I'm young, what will people think? And well, it's not that bad, it will get better, it wasn't like this in the beginning. Maybe we was just going through the phase. And unfortunately, I grew up, with, oh, relationships have its ups and downs, just stay with that person, stick it out through whatever, in my head and plant it in my brain. So I automatically just thought, like, okay, well, yeah, he's emotionally abusive, but I can handle that, I'm strong. Yeah, we're verbally, it's verbal abuse in the situation, but nobody deserves that regardless. I feel like people my age don't know what love is, for the simple fact that they think riding out for somebody who's doing you dirty, who's cheating on you, sleeping around, hitting you, embarrassing you, having people talk about you, whatever case may be, is love. It's not. Because someone who loves you is not going to let other people talk about you. Someone who loves you is not going to put their hands on you. Someone who loves you is not going to watch you cry, watch you hurt, or intentionally hurt you. Yes, people go through ins and outs, and it's not going to be 110% perfect. It's not going to be that fairy tale that we grow up thinking as little girls, oh my God, we're going to meet our Prince Charming, he's going to save the day. No. Little stuff like, okay, he's insecure, let me make him feel secure. She's insecure, let me make her feel beautiful. Things like that. Or they're just a little bit of just little petty things that you can work and overlook. Okay, but if that person is physically and mentally draining you and emotionally draining you, you have to leave, because it doesn't get better. It gets worse. There will be times where, oh, it seems like, okay, well, today we had a good day, tomorrow we had a better day. But then how about the day after that? Okay, he's going back to normal, she's going back to normal. That's not cool. And I feel like you owe it to yourself, the level of respect for yourself, to just up and leave that situation, because people deserve better. And we see all these glitz and glamour relationships, like Amber Rose, Wiz Khalifa, Chris Brown, Karrueche, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. Yeah, they're good for now, But I feel like Chris Brown relationship, and I know I might get feedback from this, but their their relationship was real. They went through some real people stuff. Like they went through that. She went through the cheating. She went through the lies. She went through everything. You know, everybody was like, she's stuck on stupid. But honestly, when we're in love with somebody and we love somebody, we love that person more than we love ourselves. Unfortunately, until you learn your worth, until you learn that you don't deserve certain stuff, you don't have to deal with certain stuff, there's not, you could find better, then you'll know. You have to go through some stuff to really get that knowledge of, okay, I deserve better. Unfortunately. But the relationship like Kanye West and Kim Kardashian is all glitz and glamour. Just they have problems. Trust me, everyone has problems, especially being in the limelight. You have problems. They're just behind closed doors. Don't envy another person's relationship. A lot of these people stay in relationships for money, for status, for all different type of reasons. You're comfortable. You don't want to go start over. You don't want to do all this other stuff. And as women, we hate starting over. We hate having to open ourselves up to a whole nother person when it took us just males too, especially males. I should say that, especially males, because it's a lot. It takes a lot for a male to really give himself to a female. So, I just love yourself. And when you learn how to respect yourself and love yourself, like really love yourself, you'll know what you should have and should put up with and should deal with. Um, Advice on how to leave that relationship, I'm still trying to figure that out right now. So I really can't tell you, boom, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. No, because everyone's different. If he's calling you, she's calling you, texting you, and y'all just arguing back and forth, cut that off. Turn your phone off, put it in the dresser. For me, it works. Turning my phone off, put it in the dresser. But then I be getting the urge to, go back and see if that person is thinking about me. But you have to leave that situation out of sight, out of mind. Or, delete them off of Instagram, delete them off of Facebook, delete them off of Twitter, delete them off of Instagram, delete all your pictures, everything. Because you're gonna keep being reminded of that same person. And, people, they don't like starting over. They like going to stuff, was familiar, because we fear the unknown. So it's, just little stuff like that you should do. But like I said, leave that toxic relationship. It's not gonna get better, it's gonna get worse. And just, people grow, people change. So just let that person change. You cannot change anybody. I hate when people are like, oh, I could change him into something that he's not, or I could change her into something that she's not. How you met them is how you want to get them. And that contradicts itself, because people show their best stuff. Like girls that look all glitz and glamour for you, and then a month, 2 months down the line, she all bonnet, sweatpants, but people show you what you want to see. And it's hard really to find, that genuine person. But trust and believe, there's genuine people out there, and they just been hurt, so they not, you know all flashy with their stuff and stuff like that. Like they're not just out there like, hey, I'm a good person, I want to find love. But like I said, just take care of yourself. um take time for yourself. Go to church. Church works for me. I've been going to church every Sunday, and when I tell you, it's like a whole big stress reliever. Or if you don't feel like you gotta go to church, just talk to somebody, write it down, do something. Um, but I just, take care of yourself. Stressful, so just leave a bad situation. It's not gonna get better. But as for that, thank you for listening to me. My website is actually about to come back up. It's under construction. I'm doing a little glitz and glamour to my website. So, just tune in. I post a video every Wednesday and Friday at 8 o'clock. My Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, all of it's gonna be linked in with my video. So just check it out.